let's get this started. Ba-ba-ba. I'm hating it. Okay. Why don't I just do that? Oh, yeah, that is an easy, convenient tool for getting that out. So, the Lauren Southern Logic Letter is the title that stayed. I might come back to this. So, this is sort of significant. She does have evidence, it seems like, for this claim. Yeah, let me just go over this real quick. So we have, for some context, watch me expose Lord Southern. If you watch my blah, 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 I suppose I did not see anything.
That was called
within this that really is exposing. There's like one little bit that she talks about in her own video, I think. Yeah, there's no deal with Hope is Not Hate. They literally banned me from the UK. Yeah, it really doesn't seem like something.
Mania.
She keeps on going with this line.
You claim to
so she thinks it because a lot of things, especially with the sort of Tate allegation that she threw her lot in. 24 hours in dead silence from. You would figure he would have a response, but yeah, those at the top, you look down. Okay, that's sort of the context to start from this thing here. Let's get into a little bit of the logic ladder that I want to go over. So, a little bit of reference. They're trying to say UK drops rape charges against Andrew Tate are dropped as influences claims he's the most blah blah blah. Charges aren't dropped. I looked into this. You can do it the same if you want. Not really what this is all about. So we're just doing this. Look at the timeline. That's around September of last year. We have a December, end of last year. Tucker Carlson, surprise, surprise, exchange with New York Times reporter about Andrew Tate. Blah, blah, blah. The Tate brothers have 40 plus victims in different. How do you say that? Jurisdictions, I'm guessing. It just looks weird to me. Including minors. You got significant details wrong in your interview, because I guess Tucker Carlson did an interview. Sex trafficking is not a partisan issue. It is incomprehensible that you would want OnlyFans. Is that it is incomprehensible you would want the OnlyFans exact in prison, but not a self-admitted pimps. And he had his own sort of scheme. I don't know if it was on OnlyFans, but he definitely pimped out some women for some online services at the very least. Plus, a stupid something crash course to teach them to be an alpha male. Because, oh shit. There was some sort of thing with Billy Bob Thornton and the geek from Napoleon Dynamite years ago that was sort of mocking this. I think this was before Andrew Tate. But then Andrew Tate took that idea and ran with it, literally, it seemed like. How come the victims say they weren't trafficked? Rome tried to change them. It says 40 plus. That's Romania. Who really cares? I'm not saying anything Lauren is saying is true. Hopefully justice will prevail on that. That's not really what this is about. Just setting up a timeline. No clue. Probably Lauren, maybe someone else. So where we get Rachel Wilson. So basically, I guess Andrew Wilson's wife Don't know much about her. I meant like Connor, Counterpoints had his sort of wife online until they got a divorce. Very interesting. So I guess that's Lauren, and this is Lauren responding. Never a good idea to delete a certain post. No, Rachel, I literally invented the manosphere. It didn't come existed. Obviously, sarcasm. My arrival. Yeah. You should thank me for creating your job's husband. Your husband's job. Yeah. See, I know you think you're super funny since you support feminism. Want to debate it? I've sent a DM to Uncensored AM. Cool. So this is the setup. I don't know if this debate ever actually happened, but we'll have to sort of see about certain things. That is one hole. So, but there was a setup for the debate. Yeah, joke. Apparently, it's around this video, which has been really retitled. Unless this video is down, not my channel. I didn't write the video title. Boo, boo, boo. I'm hating it. So, going a little bit more into this particular thing here. Here. Reminder, Lauren wrote in one of her love letters to Destiny her opinion on everything just because she wrote one of her love letters. Okay, I interviewed blah, 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 who really fucking cares. Orthodox Twitter meltdown escalated into revenge porn, mob harassment, and full-blown identity crisis for the online Orthodox scene. It seems like a really weird thing to fight over. Okay, I know for a fact our clergy are incensed about this, but struggle because Giga Chat, Anime Lover, Anon Twitter account don't correspond to reality. They never attend church. They just LARP as traditionalists for online clout. It sounds like they're talking about someone like Rev Says Desu or another one of those particular people who may or not maybe be real Christians or not. You know, a lot of people are turning to Christianity when they're getting controversy. I think Tectone, Tectone, fucking Nuxtaku. A lot of those dipshits are like, yeah, I found Christ. It seems like a grift. It seems, maybe it's not. Maybe some of them really has found their way to God. And if it's the right God, good for them. But being doubtful of that. Now, I don't know about fucking hell. So, it's really weird. So Lauren wrote, yeah, Lola, when I pray about you, God told me blah, 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 blah. I don't know what this has to do with any of this crap here. The interview. It seems to be pure and utter. Just dismiss her because of Destiny. Because she was in a relationship with Destiny. That's really fucking fucking basic bitch logic. But yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I suppose the reason you wouldn't accept the debate is because you can't but Destiny for every point I might make. As for relationship history, I don't think either of us are batting 1,000 out here, Rachel, laughing my ass off. Andrew asked me to clarify the date to prompt, and she's a good trad wife. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Believe we're just waiting on that. We both went into marriage that did not work out in our 20s. It seems to have come completely different conclusions about societal prescriptions for marriage and gender roles. Personal stuff aside, why don't we debate the merits of our different positions on this? I think is the most pressing issue of our time, and a lot of people Yeah, seems like she was ready to accept, but the husband smacked that down. Okay, so he's clarifying. So she throws something out. Does traditionalism solve the gender war? And I don't know. How does it go on? I guess I don't know if this debate ever happens. It's not really important. It would be really lame if it didn't happen. And Andrew, the husband, fought over this particular issue in his wife's stead, even though the wife suggested this fucking debate. Did she run? Did she not? Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck cares? Finish. Okay. Finally, she says it. Was waiting for this. Second thought. For a second, I thought wouldn't be able to predict Lauren. You heard it here. Lauren is demanding a debate she tried to set up. Did she really? From everything I saw, it looks like the wife, your wife, Andrew, is the one who tried to get the debate, tried to set up. It's trying to say she's tried to set up. Now she can't back out. Okay. Full permission now. I literally already contacted the org and agreed. Then they said, I spoke to you both in private and you told them you wouldn't debate. Hello? Like, how old is this motherfucker? No taking backsies. Don't care about the meta. You want to debate feminism, and now confirmed it. That's all I want. Good prank, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how else she can respond. Specific before we sweet. What dates are available with Rachel to debate Tuesday? Any updates on this? Andrew basically says he doesn't want Rachel to do the debate. He manages what debates she does. I didn't misgender. No, I saw what was going on. You're going to topic evade. You now publicly stating you'll take a pro feminist position. That's all I want. Yeah, this guy's a fucking jackass. Why can anyone follow? Oh yeah, he's a fucking big papa fash. A jackass is what people want. A big jackass who can't open a fucking jar of pickles. Okay, that's a meme. That's a meme. Not really a major Yeah, he's trying to get him on a really weird. Not really a major feminist. That was Rachel's assertion. More of a joke, I think. Not mine. That's why I wanted to narrow down a better topic. Is this how you guys win debates by trying to narrow the topic to the most specific, winnable, autistic thing? Because you can't have your general belief confronted outside of giving feminism bad slop to your base. There we go again. Topic evasion. No, it's not. Oh, God. Trying to actually coherently look at this conversation. I mean, Lauren isn't the fucking best in the world, but this guy's like, Lauren's trying to actually talk, maybe a little lib. There we go, topic evasion. Fucking knew it. You fucking prick. You just publicly said you wanted to debate Rachel on the topic of. Okay. Wow. Is this what his audience wants from him? Clearly. Is okay. Gonna get to this before we get to the main body. So this is gonna be the debate. We're gonna see it from Tim Pool's angle. Okay, this is much later. Don't really care about the debate because yeah, they don't really fucking matter. They can matter. They can be a productive discussion, challenging, but dipshits like Andrew Wilson will just do it for our own. And it's going to be a bitch about it. The wife challenges. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Lauren hid the fact that she challenged Rachel to debate. But from what I see, it seems like Rachel wanted to set it up. I don't fucking know. That's not what we're here for. Just, yeah, I found it. This is her being a fucking. Might as well watch it. Not that long. And yeah, I know about stupid debates.
Advocated from traditionalists is something completely different. They're trying to epitomize a value structure, not necessarily a lifestyle structure. It's a self-sacrificial system based on a hierarchy, and mostly a church hierarchy. Those are the advocations of the values that I see, not a go back to the nuclear family 1950s. We've been past that for an awful long time. So I don't actually even know, like, who are these people that you're referencing here specifically?
You know,
Who are these
if
specific people who are saying this, we want to go back to the 50s, women aren't allowed to work, right? Who's saying it? Who's advocating this throwback to the 1950s specifically?
and
You see that specifically. Very nice, Andrew. Specifically, he wants names. Name the names. I saw this with James Lindsay in the woke. Then you get yourself in trouble, which we're gonna see. So going into it too deep. So predictable and usually full of shit. Nice projection. Of course not. It's me granting an argument to feminists that even if it was a better society than what she was advocating for, which is why I didn't show the run up. You suck, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I got a dozen other clips of you advocating all the points you said no one's talking about. Does she? Fucking hell. This is really fucking lame. This is between these two, and not really what we're here for. Okay, so here's what I really want to look at. Not the actual debate, because that doesn't actually fucking matter. It's like the debate between, what was it? I went over it a while ago. Joe Rogan, Dave Smith versus Douglas Murray. People kept calling that a debate. Clearly, Douglas Murray was there to plug his book, and for some reason, Joe was convinced that he needed Dave Smith to come on to debate the merits of, for some fucking reason, if you look into it deeper. Okay, so, yeah, red-headed libertarian, which I'm going to be going over the whole fucking thing. She's advocating for this. A libertarian doing TradCon. Well, we'll see. Here's the list, just in case they sort of die. Another thing. This is the sort of video that sort of prompted the debate to a certain extent, aftermath or whatnot. I think it's a much better argument than the sort of LARPing trad wife. But I'm not a LARPing trad wife, so I have no fucking clue there. So we go into this. This is from the temple thing where I'll get into. Might as well no, let me not. Actually, yeah,
but
fuck it.
you have to have evidence. And the thing with the Candace stuff that I'm seeing online, like every right-wing commentator is like, please, people, please, you have to side with reason right now. Like, this is obviously crazy. Like, Erica Kirk didn't kill Charlie. Like, what? I don't know what's happened with Candace. And it's like, what do you mean you don't know what's happened to Candace? Like, Candace has been insane since she started her new show. But the problem...
The thing is, Candace has always been insane. She's been able to dial back. Social autopsy, Lauren. Seemed rather insane at the time. Then she switched sides, became the right-wing media darling, worked her way up. And yeah, she's a great performer, great media figure. She's been insane for a long time. There's probably even a reason she left the Daily Wire, which has its own fucking issues, but Lauren probably wouldn't agree with that assertion there. So here we have a better clip to sort of get into this. So let's give it a watch. I mean, actually, I'm hating it. Yeah, let me do this. This is going to be the crux of the issue. Lauren Southern accused Andrew Tate. New books make the claim about Tommy Robinson and Tate Temple. This is the video that's going to come up on the little playlist I have set up.
And I didn't know at the time in 2018, but Tommy Robinson brought me out to meet Tate, claiming he was going to be a business investor for a kind of right-wing company we would make. And I went to it's all very
I heard the door knock, and I'm like, are they trying to break in? Do they lock themselves in? You know, they don't want Lauren here. I like Tim Pool wasn't. We'll see in a minute.
convoluted, but we went and had this business meeting. It was a total disaster. Tate and his team call and say, Lauren,
year
we'd
was
still
this?
like, this was in Romania at their little compound.
Yeah, but what year?
This was 2018. The very
2018.
beginning, like January, February 2018.
Okay.
And then they invite me to a club. I have 2 drinks, get completely wasted somehow, like blackout drunk. Brings me back to the hotel room, strangles me, assaults me. Crazy incident. I go to a hospital. I report it. I don't want to make it a big media deal. And then years later, he starts going viral online for having human trafficking, mass assault, rape cases, all these things. And I'm feeling guilty as hell because I know I've
It's probably actually someone, a chick, with what she's saying.
contemporary medical evidence and text message evidence that I could give to the courts, but I don't want to deal with the online shitstorm that's going to come from that. I'm literally the girl who built her career on, you know, I'm not a feminist, all these women are lying, da 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 da. So I sit on this evidence for years and years and years, and eventually, after various kind of career incidents, including the Tenet media scandal, my text messages with Steven being released, all this kind of stuff, I'm like, why am I sitting here on this pile of lies that I'm telling that make me miserable? I need to just tell the truth about all of it, join the court cases, take a step back from media, and get my head back in order, because I think all of this is kind of built on bullshit. But it's not even about me. Like, to me, I don't care if people are sympathetic with me. You can hate me, love me, don't care anymore. There are 40 plus women that are victims that needed my evidence, that needed my testimony out
Actually, I think it is Lauren doing the. Okay.
there, and I'm happy to help them.
And how is that exactly related to Andrew Wilson? I'm not sure. Andrew Tate comes up in a certain thing we're going to see in the Tim Pool sort of situation out here. So, got this little handy dandy. It's going to be a long sort of string of fucking videos here. Let me take this off real quick. I just want this real quick setup. Ooh, wrong one. There we go. Down here. I'm going to pat myself on the back here. I finished the whole show. Mentally strong fellas tonight. No one finishes it in blah, blah, blah. 2 women. Such a brain. No way Why are you fucking leaving a comment? Okay. Never mind. I'm just here.
Talk about this. And
Okay, let's get this started. Only gonna listen to the intro. Not really particularly interesting. Lauren Southern. Just have this in case I need it. I'm not gonna go over it. This is what I'm gonna start with. Top level Timcast. She got caught. The debate.
all sorts of other things. You know where you love her, Lauren Southern.
Thanks for having me.
Who are you? What do you do?
I am a documentary filmmaker, been on the show a few years ago, and I recently wrote a book called This Is Not Real Life, and now I'm here in Vegas. I was here to talk to Tim, but he's not here, so don't know what to do with that.
So we're chopped liver. Lisa's here.
Hi, I'm back.
Okay, yeah, here to talk to Tim and run. Little lame. Okay, let's get this party started. Let me make sure the game, because this is going to be a long haul. A little bit of background. So, I'm hating it. Almost no volume, but we're going to have lots of videos. Lots of videos to go through with, I guess, what you might want to call it commentary. Maybe not. I don't fucking know. She got caught. Let's do it from the very beginning. Long haul. Let's do this for the long haul. That's going to be boring. Let's see if the game... Let's see if it actually goes, or if I'm going to get a black. Black. Might just bring up game capture. Get it. It's not full screen. I always have. Let's see if this actually goes. Gonna have to make adjustments. Might actually have to full screen it. Shit. Why? I want the specific window. I might have to do full screen. It's always annoying to go back and forth. Okay, might have to change the settings on the game. Oh, wait. Why is it not picking it up? No pickup. Oh, shit. Okay, we're in business. Not too much trouble. A little bit in the background. Might be a little bit more grainy. Boop, boop. I'm handing it. Okay. Gonna do it like this. See how well this goes.
LARPing, live action role playing, pretending to be trad, but they're not. We got this clip that got a lot of attention. I said that Lauren Southern is correct. Now, instantly people were like, whoa, what do you mean? Andrew Wilson's right. No, hold on. Lauren Southern claimed that people come on Timcast IRL and say repeal the 19th all the time. And
lovely. When did she say that? Are you being hyperbolic, Tim? Well, maybe she says that. Maybe
workplace all the time, as well as many prominent conservative and Christian nationalist individuals. So that's what I'm referring to. That being said, Andrew Wilson is asking Lauren Southern to name names.
And I have to wonder if this was really the Andrew Wilson. She's got to realize. I realize how fucking fruitless a fucking debate with either Rachel Wilson or Andrew Wilson would be anywhere. But this was on fucking Piers Morgan, so it will get attention. It will get clipped, and people from both sides will probably spin it their own way. So why is Tim pulling it this way? Why did Andrew Wilson try to name names? He's the one who sort of forced the issue, and why the fuck is he watching this clip from here? Curated clips, I don't fucking know. Doesn't want people to know the channel. I just am wondering the framing is correct. I am more interested in what he frames this with, how people are editing this, what sort of commentary or spin they're going to give this. 3 in a row, Tim is definitely the highest dipshit on this ladder here.
Who is actually LARPing? Okay. Let me play the clip for you, and let's break down the big question. Are trad cons LARPing? And in other words, are they pretending to support values because people like it, but they're really just feminist girl bosses? Here's the clip. Let's roll.
Specifically.
Here we go.
Who are these traditionalists specifically who are making these advocations that a mom who has children at home can't have a part-time job, but rather, hey, it's probably good to avoid babysitting fees, things like this, to have one parent who stays at home, one parent who works if it's possible to prioritize their children. That seems completely rational, reasonable to me. Who's advocating this throwback to the 1950s specifically?
I think that's great that you don't have these views, Andrew. And I would agree with you that the average normal traditionalist living in the real world does not possess these beliefs.
That's not
but the
answering my
LARPers
question.
online, I'm about to answer your question. As Piers noted, the LARPers online, like Andrew Tate, the people who are posting Norman Rockwell photos and saying base.
I gotta pause real quick. Andrew Tate's not a traditionalist. He doesn't advocate for traditional values.
But he does fucking do the Muslim grift. Or he did, has some fucking point. Okay. Yeah, he's not a traditionalist. But he has this weird sort of fucking state.
At all. He had...
Yeah. You're trying to... Both Tim and Andrew Wilson isn't let it... Like, answer my question. Like, motherfucker. You went on and on. She has a pretext to this fucking thing. This is the debate. Be like, let him fucking answer. In the fucking last debate that I got, I was just making snark remarks. And they tried to frame it as... Yeah, let me not get into that. That was funny. I'm like, So I kept on making the snark remarks to see how they would frame it. Like I was trying to... No, I wasn't trying to interrupt. Good tactic. Because my belief... like this title, She Got Caught. They use this to try to paint her dishonest. And maybe she is dishonest. But why are you dodging her on something rather serious, Tim? And is that going to come up here? Yeah, and Andrew Tate, he's sort of one of the focus. So she got that in there. She got that line in there. Maybe that's why she threw. Let me just make sure. Andrew Tate.
LARPers online. I'm about to answer your question. As Piers noted, the LARPers online, like Andrew Tate, the people who are posting Norman Rockwell photos and saying base.
Yeah, he's not a traditionalist, but he definitely tries to appeal to them.
I gotta pause real quick. Andrew Tate's not a traditionalist. He doesn't advocate for traditional values at all. He advocates for polygamy. Not even polygamy because he doesn't want to get married, but I guess polyamory? Maybe. Andrew Tate argues that one man should just have a whole bunch of different women that are clinging to him, and you know, he doesn't advocate for a 50s lifestyle.
He's also Muslim, okay? You're being ultra autistic with this fucking analyst of analysts.
He's not. He's LARPing, as I've been LARPing.
He's not LARPing as a traditionalist either.
When 10 years ago, I had to make a video explaining why I wasn't married because I was getting so much pressure in my comments section saying, why aren't you married at 21 years old, Lauren? This is not a random phenomenon that I'm making up. You can go watch it. It has over 1 million views because there was so much curiosity in why I wasn't married at that age because I was a part of this right-wing community and not all of it's bad, but there's a lot of LARPers. I'm not giving you names.
Listen to the man, Lauren. Come on. Andrew is the patriarch. He's Big Papa Fash. You're not answering the question. Yeah, your kids got no. She's not in here for the ultra autistic debate. Okay. She's probably not. Okay. She's here to fucking get exposure. That's just my thought. She knows how useless this debate will be, how people like Tim and other people who are against her will fucking frame it. It's almost never about the debate. Sometimes debate can be useful, but bad actors, and Andrew Wilson, he's a fucking bad actor. No matter how, if you like what he does, he's a bad faith, blood sports dipshit.
There
Who are the names of these people specifically?
And if someone thinks that that's what you need to do to win, that's a fine tactic. Like the fucking blood sports, fucking, what was it? Sargon got destroyed by Richard Spencer, and that sort of got him off the internet. Okay, who's big now? Richard Spencer or Sargon a god? I don't like either one of them, and I think both of them have horrible ideas, but debates don't matter in the long run. But they do get used in an interesting fashion, as we'll see.
I'm saying they're LARPers. They're LARPers, like Andrew Tate.
Who is the LARPer? Andrew Tate's not a traditionalist. Who are the traditionalists specifically who are advocating these things? I think you built an.
Yeah, I don't think she gave a damn about your fucking topic. I think she just gave a damn about talking about the LARPers, the grifters. Okay. He's doing a hyper-focused thing that doesn't actually... 1950s. Okay. You set the framing. If she goes outside the framing, you make it like she's bad faith. She doesn't care. Okay. Just like Douglas Murray did not care to debate fucking Dave Smith on Joe Rogan. That's wasn't what he's there for. Do you think that's dishonest, disingenuous? To debate to sort of get this sort of issue across on a much larger platform? Maybe. Or it could just be tactics to counter other tactics. It's a rather gray zone.
You don't think there's anyone? You don't think there's anyone online that's advocating?
Name them.
Okay. When I grew up, I was.
Oh, he preceded it there, and you're attacking. You want to know who she's attacking, so you can sort of get behind them. Okay. Who are you talking about? Who are you attacking? Interesting. She hasn't named names. You're demanding names of who. And she hasn't named them because they would perceive it as an attack.
into Prager University, which said you shouldn't go to university. You shouldn't. You should get married younger. You shouldn't bother getting educated. These are all. I just said Prager University videos that I watched when I was younger in the right-wing sphere.
University? Who?
Why do you need names? Are there not people doing this? It just seems a little amazing. He wants names over, actually debating the issue, the ideas. See, this isn't about this debate shit isn't about the fucking ideas. Clearly, he wants to know who. Fucking Al.
It's Prager himself.
Dennis Prager himself did not make an advocation to go back to the 1950s. Ridiculous.
So I got to pause and just push back on everybody. Lauren's first claim is there are LARPers. Andrew Tate said, who are they? She then
Yeah, there are LARPers. I don't know of any women personally. I'm pretty sure a lot of the fucking Gamergate people, not the people who started out. There's a lot of people who started out religious. I could name a couple, and they've sort of gotten disillusioned by the other people. And I'm not even talking about fucking Melanie Mack. Fucking Jeremy, the quartering, which we're going to get to. Yeah, he switched to religion when he was getting shit. Melanie Mack, I think, is just a born-again idiot, and that's always been her rebranding since she came back. But other people are jumping on that. Red says Desu, fucking Nuxtaku. A lot of people are using this sort of Christianity as an identity group, therefore a shield. Are you attacking me for my Christian values? Sort of the inverse. Are you attacking me for fucking be a lesbian or a POC, that sort of shit?
Said, don't you think there are a lot? You're not answering the question. Andrew is asking. He is saying, who are the LARPers so that we can address their...
And why should she address that stupid-ass question, Tim? Really? I thought debates were about ideas. Why do you need a name?
Views specifically. Lauren sort of reframes it to, there are many people who are advocating to go back to this 1950s era thing.
Yeah, she could be wrong on that. Yeah. And who actually set up that sort of framing there? That's a very hyper-specific framing there. Who set that up? Did Lauren actually say that specific thing? Just traditionalists, the traditional trad wife, trad husband. I think making it broader would actually open up this debate. But the 1950s, oh, that's 1930s, that's 1970s. Prager definitely does sort of advocate for a more traditional thing. I don't think he's fucking LARPing with that. He has those values. So, bit of a L on Lauren, but he's naming names, and that's a bit weird.
And then, Andrew, I'm going to push back on you because you say that he's not advocating back to the 1950s. No, not literally, but figuratively for the most part. The point Lauren is making is not that we should live like the 1950s. She's making the point that back then women were homemakers, not in the workplace for the most part. That's her argument. So I'm going to stress this. Lauren is accusing people of LARPing, but I believe that Prager actually holds those opinions. Yeah. And I'm going to prove it with another example that she gives. That being said, now that she's kind of reframed this from generally people support this, Andrew's then reframed it to he's not advocating to go back to the 50s, and I'm like, stop. You can criticize Prager. The response is, let me help you guys.
Oh, Lauren, yes, helpful Tim.
Here's what I'd say. When Andrew says name names, I'd say you put me in a difficult position because I don't want to start drama with people by accusing them personally. And
whoa, this is actually not bad from Tim. Yeah, that's why she didn't come in with names. This is why she's pulling these weird examples. Does it even matter? Well, Tim's doing better than I thought he would.
Singularly of representing the phenomenon of LARPing as a trad con and then being a girl boss. I can think of like 4 or 5 women, and I know most of you can too, who are online saying things like women shouldn't work, women should be at home, and here they are running businesses and being girl boss.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Better performance from Tim than I thought. Okay.
Who are unmarried. There are many. In fact, I think the best example, Lauren could just say, myself, right? Like, I mean, her, not me. I'm married.
She did say herself. She admitted that she was sort of LARPing
with kids, and like, I'm actually kind of moderate on this. You know, women can work if they want to, I guess. Lauren could just say, me. And then as for Andrew, you could easily just point out, I understand what you're saying about a 1950s lifestyle, but Dennis Prager genuinely believes these things, and he is a man, not a woman. If it was a man...
Yeah, but Andrew's not there to actually debate the issue. He's there to make Lauren look bad. This is the meta, okay?
And saying women shouldn't work, then I guess the only hypocrisy is that he hires women?
The idea that there isn't a general sentiment that you shouldn't go to university, that you should get married young, that women should be at home having babies on the right is just the most absurd thing I've ever seen. You can look at like the redheaded libertarian and all these people saying women shouldn't vote. If you watch a Timcast episode, there's plenty of influencers on there saying we need to go back. We need to return to tradition.
Okay. Plenty of influencers on there. She does name Tim Pool. Very nice. It's in the clip. Okay.
I can't.
Yes, Lauren is correct. See, that's my point. That's why I said she was correct. I'm watching this, and she's like, tons of people go on Timcast and say this, and I will tell you this. I am not going to start a beef with a handful of the females that I think are LARPing. I'm not trying.
Oh, very nice, Tim. He does the advice he gave to Lauren. Okay. Like the same advice he gave to Lauren. Very nice.
I'm a guy. I agree with Lauren to a certain respect, but I think the challenge is she is ill-prepared to call them out specifically other than herself, which puts her position she's in a weak position. That being said, there is a direct response to her statement, which she's about to make. Before we do get into that, my friends, we got a great sponsor for you. I got to do it right before the most. I got to build up the most based
reasons would be, but that would have
I have nothing against these people either.
That would have
the idea that there isn't this advocacy going on the internet is absurd.
That has nothing to do with the position that these are traditionalists who are saying we need to move back to the 1950s and wives can't work, and that's ridiculous. I've never heard this inside of any of these circles.
You've never heard.
Oh, see, this is just where the debate got reframed. Andrew had a great point on the issue of LARPing, and he gave it up. He gave it up.
Wow.
Lauren successfully reframed the argument to, there are people who believe we should return, and then Andrew got Bugs Bunnied. With all due respect to Andrew, because I do think he's pretty good at debating, and he tends to be correct on a lot of these issues.
What? It's not correct. He makes people look bad. He makes people look stupid. That's what I see most of his viral clips. But I don't actually fucking consider a lot of debates worth much. So that's just me. I like the more objective side. There is a place for debates. It's just like sometimes some issues, yeah, not everyone's a debater. Andrew has a lot of practice also. Lauren, fucking rusty as all hell.
I'd say most of the time. Andrew, I believe's weakness. I'm going to stress this too. I want to listen. This is important, and I hope Andrew takes this to heart. He was correct at the beginning of this video. He said, "Who are these people?" Lauren's made a claim. There are traditional conservatives.
No, he's just trying to find some way that Lauren is trying to attack someone. He's trying to find out who Lauren's attacking specifically, individually, when Lauren is talking about a more broader, wider phenomenon.
To believe X. However, they don't behave toward X. They behave as Y.
Yeah, Lauren probably has a job, dude. Okay, Lauren. Okay, she was on Timcast last night, and Tim was gone, and now the Candace stuff is gonna fucking eat this shit up.
That is to say, there are prominent female conservatives that are like, women should be married and working. Women and working in the home. Women should be married, working in the home for their kids, not working in a job as a girl boss. And then you're like, you own a C Corp with 13 employees running a podcast corporation. Like, what? Now, I'm intentionally not calling out a specific individual. I don't want drama.
Yeah.
There are a handful, and I'm sure many of you can name them. Lauren Southern points out that she herself was saying, oh, women should not be working and they should be married and have babies at a time when she was running a business and traveling around doing the opposite of her advocacy. That's her position on herself. Andrew locked her down. Lauren then reframed the argument from these people believe X but behave Y. She changed it to, of course, people believe X. And then Andrew then changed the position to, no, that's silly. People don't believe X. To in which case, like, is it a joke? Okay.
Heard the argument. You've never heard the argument that, hey, women coming into the workforce ruin society. We need to repeal the 19th. We need to get rid of.
These are mass oversimplifications.
You've never
Here's
heard
what
this.
Oh, mass I've heard this. I've heard this in the fucking citrus community. They're played off as memes. Okay, are they real? Are they not? They're the fucking superposition, man. You've never heard this, Andrew? You're fucking lying. You have to be fucking lying. Okay. Damn.
On the internet.
Yeah, Andrew gave up the debate.
Yeah.
Again, I've got a post from the Redheaded Libertarian. Then I'm going to break it down for you. When Lauren said,
of course, you'd say she's a grifter. She's playing the game. Okay, she's playing the game. She's getting back in the game. Bit rusty. What's she doing with the game? I don't fucking know at this point. Okay. Maybe she's got a better point than him. At this point, we don't know what she's fucking doing.
There are women. They are live action role playing as tradcons, but they don't live that way. She is correct. Andrew locked her down. Name them. Like, who specifically did this? The argument there is Dennis Prager actually believes what he's saying. Reddit Libertarian actually believes what she's saying. And these people actually adhere to what their values and beliefs are. But there are certain prominent female conservatives that are on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube that you just watch it.
This is why I have to wonder if it's a tactical choice. Trying to get Tim to talk about her. Again, maybe that's dishonest. Okay, I think that's why that came in, why Timcast came up. She already got the quartering on lock. She got people to cover that. She got people to do props. Hell, Sneeko gave her props for fucking talking about Andrew Tate. Someone fucking finally did. Everyone's been dodging that. Okay. I don't know why. Andrew Tate. I don't know why anyone would fucking do anything for Andrew Tate. Man.
And you're like, that vacation video you're posting in an infinity pool, y'all are not serious about women being more traditional and going back home. Now, I can only just say, LARPing, to push back on Lauren, maybe it's more hypocrisy than LARPing. Maybe they actually believe these things, but rules for thee and not for me.
Yeah, actually, good point,
Here we go. Reddit Libertarian has responded to address Lauren Southern's statement on Piers Morgan's show directly, accusing me of being some kind of fraud or LARPer. I am more disappointed than anything because I've always liked Lauren and have shown her kindness. I will continue to do that.
Oh, I hate this fucking language here. I'm disappointed. You're a fucking libertarian. I don't actually believe you're... Either she has the fucking wrong name. Why would libertarians... I'm sure there's a sect of libertarians who are traditionalists. I'm sure. But money, 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 that's their thing.
Because I don't let the actions of others change who I am. I think there is some confusion about who I am, though, and who I was before I came here, and perhaps some gossip. So let me set the record straight. I'm a practicing Catholic.
Okay. I just want to see how much of this video. About 20 minutes, halfway through, motherfucker.
Who got engaged at 21, married at 22, and had babies at 23, 25, and 29. That's a hell of a long time if I were LARPing. I have always worked from home and set my own hours to focus on my children. We do live in a period where most families need two incomes to get by. I do encourage mothers to be in the home as much as possible and put their children first.
What? Oh, okay.
I did this, and my daughters are all kind, talented, intelligent, and well-adjusted. I'm an award-winning pie maker. I am always dressed well. I am always put together. That shouldn't be a 1950s standard. Women should have the dignity to carry themselves well. As for the 19th Amendment, I believe, as the founders did, that voting is a product of the 9th and 10th Amendments, and I recognize the size of the government has grown immeasurably since its passage. The Federal Reserve, which passed 6 years earlier, and the income tax that same year have all infringed our liberty. The conjunction of the three have been a catastrophe. that said I'm an imperfect human. I'm accused of weird things, most of them false, but a few of them fair. However, not having integrity is not who I am, and having my character smeared and scapegoated on a broadcast across the world was a really ugly.
You should really fucking blame freaking Andrew Tate. I almost said Andrew Tate, Andrew Wilson, Big Papa Fash for demanding the names. Okay. Yeah, you can't talk about the broader issue as a general consensus. You got to get names so you can get shit like this. Nice.
Thing to do. Now, that
Queen of
said,
trads.
I'll continue taking the high road and leaning into it because on the surface level, accusing me of being a trad LARPer is hilarious, and life is more fun when you don't take things personally. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Josie, the redheaded libertarian, queen of the trads. She added, this post needs more.
Yeah. She works for Tim. Okay. I looked at her YouTube channel. Not very many views for the subscriber count. Fair enough. Seems like dumb shit. She seems to be edging for fucking Candace. Read my description if you want to know. Edging's just my catch-all fucking term for all this bullshit people are doing around Candace. You probably do edging for Candace, but a different type of edging, man. Knowing you. Sheesh. Yeah, I am.
More pie. Indeed, Josie, the redheaded libertarian. We,
But yeah, look, at Timcast, okay? This is why I think she might have came up. Again, Lauren might be using this sort of as a bounce issue to get Tim to talk about her. Because this is how these motherfuckers think. 2 months ago, this was, well, the debate happened. The debate, quotation marks, happened 2 months ago. This month we have fucking other things.
She works for the Timcast Corporation, as it were, but she hosts her own show entirely of her own volition. We provide only the support for her to do what she wants to do. And that is, Josie had been hosting a lot of sit-down interviews and spaces with Josie, and now she's going to be hosting a members-only show for the Timcast community. She works from home with her family. And I'm the moderate. Like, if women are capable and want to have jobs, I think they should be allowed to do that. I'm not advocating for like a mandatory trad life kind of thing. So don't look at me. I got no problem hiring Josie and saying you're very intelligent and talented, and we want to make your show work. You know.
I don't know.
You go to her account, and you know, what does she have? I'm just going to scroll down until I can find pie. Where's the pie at?
The pie?
That I don't appreciate is
he comes back
you'll
to
see
this.
it as ridiculous. There's a whole post from Josie being like, yes, women can dress well, bake pies, and have.
Yeah, maybe Lauren's wrong about her being a fucking LARPer. She wasn't prepared to name names. Tim was completely right. Talk about the broader issue. And Andrew's fucking, I don't know anyone. Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, well, maybe if you're talking about the hyper-specific 1950s, if you're talking about the broader, people advocated for the sort of trad wife. Strawberry sort of's got that. Rev's wife. Did fucking Counterpoint's wife do that? I didn't follow him long enough. There are, I think, fucking influencers, fucking streamers having their wives on social media is fucking cringe as fucking hell. I don't know if Josie has a sort of partner who does other stuff. I'm guessing not, or they would bring it up. Weird shit.
Have babies and get married young. Like, people genuinely believe it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But Lauren being unable to identify an individual by name, I don't think is disqualifying to the idea, because I'm going to say it again.
Tim's more
By all
fair
means,
than I thought.
I am not a drama debater, and I'm not going to do drama debates. But I've already kind of gotten close to calling out particular female conservatives who are LARPing. They make these videos, and they're just like, women voting is bad, and women in the workplace are bad. And then it turns out, like, they are young, unmarried women going out and partying. That being said, I can give a shout out to Lisa Reynolds, who does booking for Timcast and advocates for repealing the 19th, and as well as Josie. Both were moms who had kids and then got jobs.
Did he just say they are peeling? Okay, so maybe they're not LARPing. Maybe they believe the 19th should be repealed. That they shouldn't be have rights. It seems really weird. It's possible they're not fucking LARPing, that they're not fucking grifting. It is possible Lauren's grifting. Anything's possible. Okay.
Jobs. And that's, I think that's the normal route, right? Therein lies the big challenge. Like, women can never work. Like a 40-year-old woman, her kids are growing up. They're teenagers, largely independent. She's not going to sit around twiddling her thumbs. There's important jobs women can do. Even with, now the problem is when a woman doesn't have kids because she wants to be a girl boss. That's problematic. But you know, my attitude is like
pragmatic. Got it.
Freedom, liberty. It's a social issue,
the American
not a legal
way,
issue.
Tim.
The bigger issue ultimately is women who have kids and then need to have jobs, and so they can't raise their kids. I don't like any of these things. I think kids need moms. Kids need their moms.
Yeah.
Babies need that. That video where the little boy has the gay dads and he's going, "Mama," and they're like, "Nope," and starts crying.
You slipping that in there, Tim?
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, the master of slipping in the gaze.
And
Tim is truly the master of slipping in the gaze.
We'll say this. I believe that Andrew had Lauren in the appropriate position, debate-wise, saying, who are you referring to? Because let's isolate their views and call them out for being LARPers. Lauren was unable to do that and reframe the debate.
How does that make a debate? It's just, maybe I have the problem. I thought debates were about, actually discussion, having two people on opposite sides of a position. Why is it all about attack, attack, attack? Why do you got to get a target? Well, I have my thoughts on that. Okay. Andrew Wilson, unique guy.
Debate 2, here are people who generally just believe in traditionalism, but the people she named do believe it and practice it. For Andrew to then fall into that trap and say, I don't think people believe that, that's a reductive view of their positions, was incorrect because people generally do believe it. And I've got it for you right here.
I mean, even if I fucking agree with Tim here, he's not realizing Andrew's full of shit with that. The complete denialism. Well, he's not denying. He's talking about that hyper-focused 1950s, not the broader traditional wife. I don't even know who did the ultra. As I went over in the DMs, Lauren pointed it out. I've been in a worse sort of faux fucked up debate, but you know what? It was good for me. No matter how retarded of a debate that thing with Himpleton was, at least it helped me figure out how to move forward. The commentary's fucked. New commentary, all those motherfuckers. Maybe I'll cover them again. Oh, fuck. There's probably better uses of my time.
Poll, 5,709 people. Should women be mothers and not in the workplace? Yes, be moms, 70.5%. No, work if they want, 29.5%. Should the U.S. repeal the 19th Amendment? 13,000 votes, 76% yes.
Anything I can cut out a little bit.
It's like it's not an answer to the problem that we're facing culturally.
Okay, that's going to be then.
The answer to these issues is
he's using this
voting
as a
should be tied
springboard.
to some kind of civic duty.
He's using this as springboard. Talked about Lauren. Andrew Tate came up. He didn't think to question that, despite. Okay.
Care if you're a man or a woman.
Yeah.
And voting needs.
Next video up. Oh shit! How did fucking Pearl get in here? Sorry, my mistake. Waste of time. Pearl Davis. Fucking. I think she's the biggest joke in the fucking red pill space. How did? Nah. Irrelevant.
Lauren Southern went on the Jeremy Boring show.
Okay, we've got I Hypocrite here. I Hypocrite. Anyone a fan? I watched an interesting video from him a while ago, but haven't watched him much.
Show, just like Lucas Gage. Apparently, this is a show for like former extremists to go on and complain about all the people who are still extreme.
Okay, this is a different issue. Not totally related. I wanted 3 sample sizes. I do want to determine this is very recent. This is mid-level, sort of. Lauren Southern. How much does he know about Lauren Southern? I wonder.
She attacks Nick Fuentes and implies he's a foreign op in a collab with Daily Wire's Jeremy Boring.
When dissident media came about, especially 15, 16, everyone was saying this is the cure to the mainstream.
Here, this is actually what prompted the Rachel Wilson debate. Okay. It seemed like, I think it was Lauren who deleted the fucking post.
Media who are captured orthodoxies. They can't say the truth because they'll be fired from their jobs. But now you look at the dissident space, and I know people who are constantly repeating extraordinarily toxic ideologies, and they can never change their mind because they will be canceled by their audience, who will leave them in the dust, and they can never get a normal job again because they've gone so far to one extreme that they're unemployable now. And they are more captured than any mainstream media journalist could ever imagine being. Like, you think someone like Fuentes could quit his job and start working at, even a McDonald's, you look at Elijah Schaffer right now, he's doubling, quadrupling down, because what other job can he?
Where's she wrong? I am lost.
He do? He actually doesn't have a choice but to keep performing for the internet, which is a terrifying prospect.
I mean, he can always get a new identity, a new name. In theory, I guess the name will come up. I mean, she's mostly right. Fucking hell.
And you think about foreign influence and operations, we are kind of breeding a foreign influence farm because you've got all these people who are unemployable in regular society who can only be performers on the internet, and they got to pay and feed their families somehow.
Yeah, and this is part of how the social contagions work on the internet too, right? It's not just that bad ideas have virality, it's that economies form around the bad ideas. And now there's an incentive structure that draws other people into the sphere of the bad idea. It's very easy to identify it on the left, but obviously it's happening every day.
Yeah, the fucking whatever post he's relating to, they're not saying fucking Nick Fuentes. This is like the tenant media thing. Okay. And even the fucking Hassan being funded by China. It's not that they're giving them talking points. It's that they're boosting people, encouragement, incentive structure to maintain the audience. And with the massive amount of bots out there, you talk about this issue, you get more viewers, more donations. You don't, less viewers, less donations. What are you going to do? Talk about that topic that you might find personally interesting and get less views, less subscribers? Or are you going to talk about the topics that get you the views, the subscribers, the super chats, the money? I think most people, especially Nick Fuentes, who, she's right, it would be tough for them to get a normal job in the real world, would go with what will get them more, what they feel is more influence. Just basic shit, the incentive structure.
On the right as well.
Yeah, so I totally disagree with this assessment. So lots of first of all, Lauren Southern and Lucas Gage are both proof that you can denounce your formerly extreme ideology, and not only do you get to keep working, but you get invited on ostensibly a big podcast. I don't know, is the Jeremy Boring show actually big, or is it just his like association with Daily Wire that makes it seem mainstream?
I don't know. Get invited? No. Her sort of narrative, or if you want to believe it's a grift, her grift is in a particular direction, okay, which aligns with what the Daily Wire and Jeremy Boring is doing here. Just like James Lindsay. If you want to look at it rationally, yes. Not about this. She's a big name. And a lot of these people also feel the same. And you're not going to get it in a fucking clip. Oh, God.
I don't even know.
Oh, but, you don't know? Oh, great. Such great commentary. You're just going to talk out of your ass.
Also, like, Nick took a lot of moderate positions in the last 6 months and got criticized for it a lot, including by me. I criticized him. No. But the thing I like about, like, here's the thing. I think that those are like his genuine positions. Like when Nick's...
You think there's a real Nick? You don't think... No, his positions, I don't think he has positions based on... Nick is a fucking accelerationist. He doesn't give a fuck. He's going to do anything he wants. He's going to... What his goals are. He's going to take the positions to get his ultimate goal. He's a utilitarian who... I think whatever he thinks is best for him will get him forward. Saying you think... Oh, he takes moderate positions if it benefits him. Yes, how does this sort of fucking contradict anything? Oh God, it just hurts.
Says like we shouldn't have racial hatred and this and that. It's like that's just like what he really.
Yeah, he's making it to the mainstream. He's downplaying his former extreme past. You think he's oh fucking hell? The dude did Christ is King is psyops. Okay, I don't care if he's getting paid by foreign governments. He's one of these fucking new generational psyop fucking dipshits. Okay. Even if you fucking agree with his position at the end of the day, you got to know. Anyone who knows about Nick Fuentes, he's going to obfuscate no matter what. His actual positions, I don't fucking think he even knows half the time.
Believes, and personally, I'm a little more extreme, I guess. When he says like we should give up on white nationalism and stuff like that, and you know he takes flack for it and he takes criticism for it, but he does it because I think that's like really, he's sort of all over the.
He's all over the place. You ever wonder why?
The place a little bit, but again, I think that's genuine. People act like flip flopping.
What makes you think he's genuine? He's a funny guy. No, he wants power. Okay. He does what he thinks will get him clout. Okay. Got it. Doom-based, doomer-pilled shit.
Is proof that you don't actually believe anything, but it can actually be
thank you.
Just a test.
Yeah, thank you. Did he just say what?
The place a little bit, but again, I think that's genuine. People act like flip-flopping is proof that you don't actually believe anything, but it can actually be like just a testament to the fact that on different days you feel different ways and you just
like gender fluid. Got it. I hypocrite. He's positional fluid. Okay. I can understand people changing over time. And he's a prolific liar. Fucking hell. He'll take what positions he thinks are beneficial to him. That's what I've seen from Nick Fuentes. Not that I'm an expert on the motherfucker.
You're just telling how you feel in that particular moment. I mean, this is Lauren's coping. Like she's saying, they spew.
Yeah. She's coping. Half of this is Jeremy boring. Okay, she's not coping here. She might be coping other places. He went on so long. What she's coping about, I hypocrite.
These toxic ideologies and they can't change even if they want to. Unlike me, I'm so brave. I got out.
She never said that, dude. You're projecting. Yeah, you're doing the standard fucking straw man thing. She shits on herself all the fucking time. Damn.
Out of it. Look at me. Very few can do what I did. Very few can rise above it. The brain.
Oh, she's a fucking mess. She'll admit it to herself. I think that's her biggest flaw, is she's very admitted that, I might be fucking crazy. Yeah, Lauren, you might be fucking crazy. If everything you're saying is true, I understand, but there's also skepticism with how you're talking about certain things and how you frame certain things. Andrew Tate things seems pretty solid, but other things, questionable.
Brainwashing or whatever, and it's like, actually no, we just genuinely believe the toxic ideologies. We actually want a white country. So there are people who try to bully you and audience capture you. Like there is a kernel of truth to that, and those are like the people that I ban. If people give me too much of a hard time for going against their opinions, I ban those people because
so such a tough guy. You just ban them. Maybe there's good examples. Okay, maybe
I don't want to be influenced by that. There are people who try to do that.
Are you so fucking easily influenced? They give you a hard time? What if they give you money to, if they're giving you money?
But it's a fallacy or it's just a falsehood to say, therefore you're trapped. Like, no, you can actually literally just ban those people or just tell them to fuck off or whatever.
How the fuck does that relate to anything in your fucking dumbass clip? Your fucking dumbass clip is also fucking wrong. Lauren Southern, who got exposed for taking money from Russia, that's a new fucking one, attacks Nick Fuentes, implying she didn't do it. You could take that away with a collab with Daily. Definitely an edging fucking tweet. Generally laughable. Such a groper, fish groper. Fucking, is any of this even related?
He thought, I hate white wearing.
Is this not going to be related?
There's a difference between men looking at your wife and men doing other things with your wife.
No, I said, look.
Is this it?
Your wife.
Hi.
Sneeko.
Interrupt. Look, there's a filmmaker.
This is just like edging for fucking Tate. I'm trying to figure out why fucking they went to Lauren Southern to fucking Sneeko. I actually don't fucking care.
I think everyone is so mad at me just because they couldn't possibly under.
Which official?
Am I wrong? Oh, okay. Yes. This is the last wrong. Someone with the most retarded avatar. Rhetorically defective. A great name. Okay. I watched one of his videos on James Lindsay and he admitted defeat. Then didn't follow up with anything. I think he was all up Andrew Wilson's ass for that debate. So, fresh look, longest video. Hopefully he can stay focused. I don't really care. Let's see what his arguments are. This is bottom rung. You had the mid-level. You had Timcast, top of the top. A better sort of thing. You know, sort of dodged Lauren with the sort of Andrew Tate shit that I went over earlier. Pretty much being like, yeah, I think Lauren is full of shit with the Andrew Tate stuff because of this and this. But she has fucking evidence. And you don't want to look at it. Sort of like Jeremy didn't want to look at it. And we'll see that.
Really puts her in my domain of criticism. If you don't know who she is, let me give you an unbelievably quick time.
Your domain of criticism. Did you have a domain? Do you have criticism? We'll see.
Timeline. She was in her late teens and was speaking out against mass migration in like 2016. Had some associations with white nationalist groups, back then white identitarian groups. January of 2017.
Not really. She really was. She sort of edged. They were more sort of LARPing off them. The Kekistan. She was like their idol. She became like, okay, it's already high enough.
Has a debate with Destiny about immigration. August of 2018 has an interview with her and Stefan Molyneux when they were traveling to Australia and different countries talking about white identity and the threat of mass migration. So
yeah, I think she started getting into that. She did lead into that. It wasn't framed quite white identity. A little bit. She didn't start off with the white identity, but yeah, she did start moving in that direction.
Far so good. She makes a documentary in 2018 about how farmers are getting absolutely screwed over. A documentary in 2019 called Borderless about the
supposedly got taken down according to Tim Pool, and she got screwed on that.
Threat of mass migration and how governments across the West are not only not doing anything about it, but actively encouraging it. Excellent. She has a habit of leaving public life because it's been very difficult for her, and understandably so. She was not allowed in certain countries. So in 2020, she quote-unquote disappears to do the trad life, raise a family, I believe. Comes back in like 2022 and
so good so far.
Starts streaming, making content again, talking to rather unsavory characters. February of 2026, Destiny makes a video saying Lauren Southern exits online politics, so it looks like she's going away again in 2026. And of course comes back to be on Jeremy Boring's show to talk about the ills of social media.
Again, Jeremy Boring's, we got the linchpin.
Yeah, I've left out a lot. I understand that. Now let me just give you...
No, fair. I meant the minor issue with the beginning. She didn't start off with the white nationalists, but she definitely did drift that way.
You a taste as to why people have a bad taste in their mouths from Lauren Southern.
They were never conservative. They were never MAGA. They were feminists since the beginning. You know, a lot of people said, Jeremy, you're giving these people you're simping for them. You're being fooled.
Like, what the fuck? You're talking about Lauren? The lead up is Andrew Wilson going over fucking the quartering? Okay.
You're being tainted by their Octopus Inc. And I didn't listen, but they were right.
We were right, yes.
And this whole week has Andrew Wilson tried to tell me.
I did. Now, I have no problem with Jeremy at the quartering. I give him a little bit of the fact that he actually came out and said, like, look, there are actually people who tried to explain.
I hate that fucking, I have no problem. Who the fuck cares if you have a problem? Yeah, fucking hell. Trying to make problems where it doesn't exist. Like try to the qualifiers. Definitely some edging bullshit, I think.
The vindictive and vicious ways that these e-girls online inside of their little mean girl circles try to operate. Oh, you want names? You want me to name names? Okay, I'll name them all. Let's get into the mean girls, right? We got Lauren Southern. She would be one who's included. Brittany Fenty, Tree of Logic. All these people are all included inside of many of these various Telegram chats where they try to dig up dirt on men so that they can socially assassinate their
evidence, motherfucker. Because it seems like she's been fucking assassinated and raped. Assuming the sort of little thing. See, this is the problem with debate lords. They don't care about evidence. They're fucked in their rhetorical. They think they can argue something in reality or deny something via argument. How do you fucking deny actual evidence? They're like postmodern dipshits.
Character.
There are some things where the debate is excellent, awesome to have. But is he just going to go off of Andrew Wilson? Just trust me, bro, with fucking Big Papa Fash. Is this what rhetorically defective is doing? Well, look at his icon. Retarded as anything.
And
so.
to end my well poisoning against Lauren Southern, I must
include... and he's going to admit that. Nice. Okay. I can respect that. I can actually respect that.
Her DMs with Destiny, where they had a very fiery romance. Destiny says, Lauren, I feel so pushy right now. It's horrible. I'm so...
They even lied about the well poisoning. What does this have to do with her at all? Maybe I'll get to it. This is just like bullshit. I'm like, fine. She's an addict. What's the point of this video? Just well poisoning, shit talking her. That's what it's going to seem like.
I'm sorry I'm feeling like this. I'm so sorry I'm feeling this way so much. I've never moved through these kinds of feelings before. I feel depressed that I don't have a future date to see you right now. I just want to lock you in a room with me forever. This is so cringe. I'm sorry. I should be over this in like a day or two. Then Lauren says, part of me wants to just tell you yes. You have...
Rhetorically defective should be really happy for apparently a deranged fucking doxer and a fucking insane leftist like President Sunday, because this is how this shit got leaked. Whole bunch of insane people.
No shot, so you can just feel this and get through the...
Not that Lauren and her Destiny aren't insane. I think they're just slightly less insane. But maybe I'm wrong there.
It's horrible to be in this position of waiting. I remember telling you a few times, please, Steven, just give me a yes or no.
Okay, I don't need to hear the love letter.
But you're much right now.
Is this a whole video?
Because I cannot believe
Jeremy boring. She's just trying to bring sensibility back to the right by losing her tits over comments from random anons on X. It's like an addiction.
I'm back now. And
no, I skipped so much, I don't care.
yes, I am back on the bottle. Am I relapsing on my internet addiction? Maybe just a little bit. I did 2 videos too close together and now it's over. Now I'm just down the deep dark rabbit hole that is X.com. But this time I'm not addicted because there's just so much fascinating content. I am addicted because I cannot believe how insane some of my audience have become. You have truly lost your effing minds.
I mean, this is diagnosable at this point. Real quick, Beak the Sneak, Mikhail Olsen, who talks...
Yeah. Diagnosable. The fucking audience. Do we know what they're talking about? You cut her off? You're all fucking insane. I got a bit of that edge too, but fuck you.
So like James Lindsay, Dinesh D'Souza, it doesn't get a lot of views. Nobody cares to listen to them. But this is the realm of the kosher centrist. Listen to what he says in an...
No one cares to listen to them. Just brush them off, dude. Do you well. You keep sucking up to the right people, you're going to go far. Rhetorically defective, unless they fucking collapse, then you'll just pivot with your retardation. Maybe not. Maybe it's not just a fucking...
I'll delete a video that I still have about how crushing it is to go on social media, and particularly X.
Social media today
freaking
sucks.
Whoa.
It sucks.
Yeah.
I read this one study that showed that you're more likely to experience PTSD from doom scrolling negative news on social media than people who are at real life traumatic events like the Boston Marathon bombing or something like that.
Okay.
Studies gay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But this is the world we're living in. This is what social media has kind of turned into. And it makes me not want to be on it at all anymore. And everything I'm saying in this video, I'm preaching to myself. I struggle with being addicted to social media so much.
Look at that physiognomy. He'd fit perfectly inside of a locker. You fucking nerd. You geek. Let us continue.
I posted a video, just a little clip from my interview with Jeremy Boring, in which I talk about how playing community volleyball has helped me reconnect.
I don't know what that was about. Who that dude was. Relations to Lauren, I guess.
With normies, normal people that aren't in the culture war cinematic universe. I'll just show you the clip.
One funny experience I had is I play a lot of community volleyball now. It's been really good for me to connect the reality again.
Community volleyball in Canada.
Community volleyball in Canada. And one of the girls said, let's do a boys versus girls game. And I still have this like tick where I spent so much time in media that I'm like, yeah, as if boys versus girls, like as if that's going to work. Like we're going to get wrecked. And this girl looks at me like I'm crazy. She's like, what?
And of course, it can't just be that she's crazy. It has to be everybody else's problem. No, everyone else simply must be as...
Yeah. Mass psychosis. Okay, doomer pill motherfuckers. Okay. She admits even there. Is he gonna fucking cut that off?
Like we're gonna get wrecked. And this girl looks at me like I'm crazy. She's like, what?
And of course, it can't just be that she's crazy. It has to be everybody else's problem.
No, she admits in that fucking interview that, yeah, she brings the fucking culture war mindset to it. And she admits, is she in the wrong? It's a story about her come to Jesus moment. Like, yeah, why am I applying fucking culture war logic to a fucking, it's like a come to Jesus moment, dude. Is he going to frame it this way? Of course he is. He doesn't care. Fuck it.
No, everyone else simply must be as crazy as Lauren Southern. Maybe you're not cut out for this, sweetie.
But then the next round of volleyball, we go around and I kind of watch the girls and the boys play and I realize like the girls could totally beat the boys.
Okay, he's even going to play it. He cuts her off and be like, yeah. Is everyone up? Oh, God.
Boys in this round. Just because the guys are constantly swinging into the net, they hit too hard, they hit out, the girls are really focused. They're tipping well, they're getting the right positions.
Okay, yeah, there's no way the guys were trying to let the girls win to get some trim. Okay, let's steel man this. Let's say this is what happened, okay?
And I'm like,
dude. You realize there's a reason volleyball. There are certain sports that fucking women have an advantage in. They have greater flexibility. It's also, fucking hell, too much power can fuck you up. You think men, oh God, never mind.
Oh my gosh. She's not looking at me like I'm crazy because she's some left-wing political radical. She's looking at me like I'm crazy because I am.
Lauren, we just want to be afforded the same charitability to view you the same way that she did, okay? You crazy broad.
I am the one imposing culture war gobbledygook nonsense onto a community volleyball game that is not an Olympic match of Olympic players. These are just average people. And the girls in this situation could beat the boys. But because I'm taking this culture war, box and placing it onto everyday life, I look like an insane person because I'm not just assessing the situation for what it is. And real life situations do not fall into culture war boxes. They don't. And you will look unhinged if you try to make them.
My dumbass thought this isn't a very controversial statement.
Well, Toots, you are a crazy dumbass. I mean, you fed Destiny after midnight, hatching him into the Coomer Gremlin, then you tried to keep him as a pet. Crazy and dumb. Let's continue.
Good joke. Fucking retarded. It doesn't have anything to fucking do about, whoa!
I'm just kind of acknowledging reality around me and talking about how culture war boxes don't always apply to real life. Kind of a cute clip. Oh my goodness, did people get angry. We need to come up with a word for born-again feminists. These women were never right-wing. They were all just LARPing. Now they are returning to their real selves. In a few years, she will be the champion of abortion.
This comment, of course, left by the notorious and well-known account, The Mirror Man, with 263 followers. This is a great strategy. Just take random anon comments that bother...
Oh, he's right. This is a great strategy. I'll give him credit for this. Okay, what is she going to do with this comment?
You show everybody how much they bother you, and I'm sure the comments are going to stop. That's how the internet works. What a strategy.
I don't even think many people on the left were saying all women are just as strong as men. I think those were a few crazy people. And now the right have these crazy people who are like, no. There has never in history been a woman that has beat men at sports. In fact, that is feminist to suggest it.
Classic kosher centrist maneuver. Take any random internet anon, and now that's the right.
What? Centrist? This is everyone. Left, right, center. Everyone fucking does this. Why are you attributing this common fucking tactic to centrists, motherfucker? Oh, yeah. You hate centrists. Got it.
Right. Incredible. Incredible synopsis. Definitely showing.
Does he think the right people don't do this? Because they certainly do. Everyone does it. It's not even a political thing. It's a strategic thing. Fandoms do it. Rev said Desu fucking takes random comments from random nobody shitters and makes a fucking career out of it. Wow. But it's just centrist. Wow. This guy probably would call Rev says Desu a centrist, and who the fuck knows?
Experience on the internet for the past decade. Are you kidding me?
Like, what next? If I suggest there are women that are taller than men, the next step from there is total male genocide, obviously. And you could sit here and say, "Boy, that's just one comment." No, this was like my feed for 24 hours was just these people.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's let that vote. Better yet, let's let that have its finger on the button. This one comment from a random person on the internet, that must mean total male genocide. Ah, the button. Click, 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 click.
Yeah, the retardation is massive from both sides. Okay, she's making a fucking broader point. This one comment, there's very similar comments like it. We don't know if it's true. Do you want her to post all the truth? You want the evidence? No. Yeah, you just want to make fun of her. Which, fair enough. Fucking hell. It's your right. You're goddamn right as American.
Like, how much longer does she have to be in media for to see that comment and go, "Ah, that's ridiculous"? Makes a video about it. I'm sure everyone's gonna stop after this.
Elon Musk, WTF is this? Why is the algo now pushing femcel shit? Femcel. It is femcel to say, hey, the females in my volleyball club.
Is that what?
Elon Musk, WTF is this? Why is the algo now pushing
Okay. They tagged Elon Musk. They're a bitch, okay? How many views? His sort of point is relevant, okay. Maybe she'll have something after he makes fun of her.
Femcel shit. Femcel. It is femcel to say, hey, the females in my volleyball club have beaten the men before.
Can you believe a random person on the internet said that? You got off lucky. Ah, yes, well-known media mogul, Control-Alt-Consult with 55 followers on X.
Did you bother to fact check who the fuck she's talking about? Oh, God.
It's almost like when she sees...
Yeah, I don't know who's more pathetic here, Lauren or this guy. Okay.
Criticism of herself on the internet, it sends her?
Yeah, it's a really interesting video from Lauren. But you're making a response? Okay.
Into a psychosis.
So much of the anti-woke crowd on the internet now have genuinely just become like moronic. It's
True. Look at fucking his avatar. Look at all the Gamergate 2 dipshits. They're fucking brain dead morons who don't care about facts. They can't even debate well. Shit. I'll give at least Andrew Wilson credit. He can at least debate well. Could he have a productive discussion? Civil one? Probably with certain people. But I doubt he would.
Everything is so knee-jerk. They don't even read anymore. They don't. And I'm not talking about all of you guys watching my videos that would consider yourself.
Yes, there's a lot of people like this. Anti-woke, woke, fucking centrist. It's the whole internet. They're just fucking dumb. Okay. George Carlin quote. Okay. Think about how dumb the average American is and realize 50% of them are dumber than that. And you have the bots and God.
Anti-woke. I know there are plenty of you that are not in this terminally online camp, but the majority of people who are online all the time are mentally ill because no normal person is sitting on Twitter like 24/7, you know?
Yeah. Congrats.
I say this from personal experience. I am actively having a mental health crisis when I'm spending more than 2 hours on Twitter. It sends me into psychosis.
I love it. Yeah, that's what they're like. That's not what you're like. That's what they're like. Okay.
No, she's saying she's like it. And she's probably wrong. There is probably people like her. Then there's trolls. Then there's fucking bots. Definitely bots. The fucking botted. There's been some very persuasive evidence that, yeah, some of these fucking dipshits from the woke right or whatever you want to call them just ain't right, or like him, the retarded right, whatever you want to label them. if you're high enough in the food chain, got the right message, they'll either have bot likes or just Discord's full of idiots. Oh, look at my tweet. I'm going to post this up. Give it a like. Snark Left does that. Fucking hell.
All right.
Do any of these people watch the interview? No, they don't. They knee-jerk comment. I swear, the average Twitter user can only read headlines. They're not capable of responding to anything else. They just like go. It's funny because they always accuse like the.
You think they even do that? It's you, Lauren. They're just going to dismiss you right out of hand. That's what they do sometimes.
The snowflakes on the left and everything of being triggered all the time and not being able to properly process information. That is you. Pot, meat, kettle. You can. I don't know how to help you guys with the internet. How do I explain clickbait to you if you haven't figured it out by now? I can't spoon feed you. Here you go. This is actually a clickbait headline. Every single commenter, by the way, this isn't what I said in the interview. And when you read articles, you shouldn't really believe the first thing you read. You should know you have to click and read the whole thing because the internet is. I can't do that. You people are grown adults on the internet. And if you're not, log off and go play at the park, you know?
Oh, yeah, dude. Let's put this thing in any sort of position of power in the government. Are you new to the internet? That's why it's called clickbait. And this is what people do when they see clickbait. Yes. So incorrigible. So indignant. I can't believe people could ever make such a quick snap judgment of me.
None of these people understand clickbait or headlines, so I'm like, I call a friend of mine who's on Twitter often, and I ask her, I'm like, what do I do? I'm getting mass canceled by a bunch of morons who can't read past headlines.
Mass canceled? She's been banned from entering countries, and she's calling this mass canceled. But she's got a plan. She contacts her friend who's terminally on X, who's completely mentally healthy, by the way, and says to Lauren, she says, lean into it, you know? Make a joke about it. What a great idea. Leave the
Yeah, she's being hyperbolic. Like 90% of the shit you do. Fucking hell. Yeah, when other people do it, it's okay. Like Nick Fuente. She does something similar. Yeah, more crashiality. Yeah. Mocker.
Concept of humor over the internet to a woman. What could possibly go wrong?
How do I reach them? And she's just like, Lauren, you think you can reach these people? This is not happening. The only thing you can do is lean into it and make a joke. That's it. That's what X is for now. It's for watching people get riled up and upset.
Yeah, be careful about that, Lauren. I mean, you have enough clout that. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Logic, interesting. Alyssa got fucking. Let me not get into that.
Take the internet too seriously. And so I'm like, okay, you know, that's it. I will post this. I did create the manosphere. And you know what? I think everyone is so mad at me just because they couldn't possibly understand the burden of having created the entire manosphere all by myself at 19 years old. They couldn't possibly get it.
This is 100% categorically clickbait, what you're posting, Lauren. You know it's going to piss people. It's engagement.
No, it's a fucking joke, dude. It's in response to fucking Rachel Wilson. Someone of some significance, okay? It's not clickbait. Maybe it's engagement bait. I'm like having to think about it. Maybe. I don't fucking know.
Farming on X is what it's called. Surely you'll be surprised when you get a bunch of engagement from it.
I naively thought people were going to get the joke. No. Mass outrage.
No, gaslighted en masse. Bots, idiots, trolls. Yeah.
Mass outrage. How dare you, you narcissistic whore. You did not create the manosphere. And you can sit here and tell me, Lauren, you know, this is just stupid people. This is just, no. When I tell you all of the leaders, the quote unquote leaders of the so-called manosphere came in and retweeted this, taking it completely seriously. Pearl Davis, women love taking credit for men's accomplishments.
Oh, I completely believe this. I want to see how the deficient rhetorical guy does.
Rachel Wilson, you did no such thing. Rollo Tomasi, actually, The Rational Male was published 2013 to 2025. Actually, the Roosh V guides were published from 2007 to 2019.
Oh, God. I did not see this video from Lauren. Where did she publish this? Maybe I don't follow.
19. So Swab Forums established 2002.
Can you believe a woman doesn't understand that sarcasm doesn't translate on the internet? Can you believe it?
Does this rhetorically deficient motherfucker not realize this is a gaslight attempt? This is what the fucking James Lindsay's talking about with the fucking woke right dipshits. I'm not calling this guy woke right. He's obviously retard right, or I think this is a efficient strategy, or he's just a grifter, or he doesn't give a care and just makes whatever content. But Jesus Christ, man.
How did everyone not know I was joking? I said it like this in my head. Lauren, you leave the internet, you come back.
You expect someone like these people to be smart. She makes it clear that's exaggerated, over the top. You're this is like edge defense by being like, Lord, this is like retardation on fucking retardation. Lauren's retardation is at least somewhat funny. His retardation, yeah, I can appreciate it to some extent, but it's like a retardation cycle. Fucking hell.
Back to the internet. This has happened before.
Yeah.
Apparently it's the first time every time with her. This is why people don't like her. She does the
no.
ditzy blonde thing. Oh my God, can you believe people are saying this?
Oh, yeah, there's probably an element of truth to the ditzy blonde playing into that. She just said to play into it. Whoa. You don't think she plays into it? Oh, God.
They're so
Hey, how long has this guy been on the internet?
bad. Do it again.
They all start correcting me. So I'm like, okay, maybe I just didn't, I need to lay it on a little thicker. I need to lay it on a little thicker so that they understand I'm joking. Maybe I'm not being fair here. No, Rachel, I literally invented the manosphere. It did not exist prior to 2015 and my arrival on the political scene. You should thank me for creating your husband's job. Actually, Rolo is responding to that one. Pearl is responding to that one. So I'm like, I'll lay it on a little thicker.
Imagine being a woman in the right-wing sphere trying to associate with her, and privately she's like, oh my God, look at how mad everybody is because of what I'm saying. I'm gonna do another joke.
You think they're trying to associate with him? This is where the debate came up. Jesus Christ. Oh.
You are doing a clickbait. This is engagement farming. This is the thing you were complaining about, and you tried to act like people were retarded for not knowing. You know the headline is going to bother.
But they are retarded. Pearl Davis. You're gonna fucking defend Pearl Davis? The most transparent fucking LARPing bitch out there? He probably would actually fucking say, no, of course I'm not defending. Lauren's just stupid. Yeah, but even stupider people. He's sort of fucking, maybe this is engagement paid. I don't fucking know.
People, but you're doing the ditzy blonde thing where it's like, I'm just joking.
Yeah,
you can see why people have been done with her for a long time. But this synopsis.
No. The whole, maybe watch her fucking video. Oh God. Rhetorically defective motherfucker.
Wouldn't be complete without the classic kosher centrist pathologizing.
These dipshits call everyone fucking centrist. This is one of these dipshits. Oh God. Centrists have enough fucking problems on their fucking own without having dipshits mischaracterized. I don't know if she's a centrist. I think she's just fucking moderate, stupid, right-leaning.
The psychology of what they think is going on the social media that they'll never understand. Let's hear what the theories are.
Because there are so many alleged leaders of the manosphere responding and taking me seriously, I have only two kind of theories.
Yeah, this video's making fun of these motherfuckers. You should appreciate it, but you're not getting the humor. Is this a generational divide? I mean, fucking hell. How young is he?
Here.
I guess it doesn't matter on the internet. You can be whatever age.
More towards my first one. My first one is they aren't taking me seriously. They know I'm joking, but they think their audience are morons. Like, they know their audience are idiots that will lap up any.
Oh, their audience is morons. And fucking bots. And fucking don't fucking care about reality. Something I would care about woke. They care about power. They're willing to gaslight whatever tactics, whatever the fuck.
Thing they say. They have got a bunch of enraged culture war zombies that
I genuinely don't understand how people assign so much of their mind's real estate to thinking about what other people think about on the internet. It really is PTSD.
This is fucking the pot calling the kettle black. She made a video. You responded to it. She's making fun of these motherfuckers. Maybe she's doing the ditzy blonde thing. It works. You're doing the retard thing. I don't know who the fuck. Yeah, I'm sure there's people who get into it.
Flashbacks
obviously.
constantly. I bet there's a whole group of them that I can pathologize. It'll take me a few showers to think about it while I'm talking to myself, but I think I can crack this case.
Cannot function in the real world and live on these forums online all day because they're so upset about their relationships that they know they can just feed them slop and rage bait, and that's what they're doing. And then the other one is that these people are genuinely very, very, very dumb themselves and have spent far too much time on the internet and take it too seriously that they can't tell
Maybe Pearl
jokes.
Davis.
They can't see reality outside of it.
Lauren, you without question are one of the worst used reality salesmen I have ever seen in my entire life. It's really the hubris of you talking down to other people when you should just be saying this to yourself.
Yeah, he says as he's talking down to someone who's been in the industry, oh God. It's like, is this meant to break my brain? The retardational retardation's meant to break people's brain and tune them out? I don't fucking know.
People
Why
like
did
you
I
should
pick
not-
this video? Oh yeah, I wanted to just sit down, try to get through, react to a certain degree to one of this retard's fucking videos on Lauren Southern. Lower rung. This is how you reach the I guess this is how you reach the youth. You're just a fucking hypocritical sort of get ultra autistic. Fucking, this is just fucking, okay, let's move on. It's almost over anyways. Next
Okay,
point.
let's have a look at...
Okay, we have a success. So, framing for this, a lot of people are shitting on Jeremy Hamley, the Quarterin. I didn't know that was his name. That's sort of funny. Because the copyright strike, everything, so they're going to use anything. So they pull this off. Kino Casino, fucking assholes. Let's see how they do it.
This Lauren Southern situation that just happened today. Now, I actually read Lauren Southern's book last year when it came out in its entirety. I think it's a very interesting read. The only criticism I really have for Lauren Southern in all of this, I mean, there's a lot to be critical of, and she admits that. Nobody made you snort all that coke. Nobody made you do all those drugs. And
Nah, I haven't read her book. Maybe I should. Maybe I will. Who the fuck knows? I don't want to be labeled a simp. PPP, I guess, doesn't care about that.
drink all that fucking liquor. Nobody made you get with destiny. You know what I mean? Like, so the victimhood stuff is a little bit over the top. That being said, I 100% believe that Andrew Tate, like, I don't even really question it. At the same time, it's like, what were you thinking going with?
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would question that in the last year. Maybe like 2-3 years ago before he got arrested. Oh, he got out. Obviously, he did nothing. No, he did something. They just couldn't get him on it. He's good.
Andrew to the club alone, and she even admits that. But like what Quartering did to her, I think is actually disgusting.
It's actually insane.
And she felt fucking Quartering here big time
It's
in this
actually
article.
the fucking most twisted thing I've ever heard in my entire.
So
yeah, I wonder what they would say because Tim did something very similar. It seems maybe it's even going to come up. But excellent timing with this article. She's got it. Baby, she's got it.
Time practically slowed to a crawl when I spotted the Quartering, aka Jeremy Hambley, tucked into a tiny blue booth in the far back corner of the vendor hall. In the far back corner of the vending hall. He claimed he was going to be on Media Row next to the Daily Wire and the Rumble tent and all that, but he was actually on Grifters Row and the lowest part, tucked into the back corner. You see the fire escape? So we can see the fire escape that he was talking about, how he was blocking the egress of the fire escape and security was pressing him the whole time. I guess Lauren Southern took this picture herself in the wild of Jer. Look how he looks. Look at his body, man.
Yeah.
He's fat, but he's like oddly misshapen. You know what I mean? Like it's not just like a regular.
It's like pear shape with a pinhead, dude. I can see why people appreciate it. The topics they do are just
regular fat guy. Like he looks like a fucking circus freak. He looks grotesque as man. Is that a t-shirt or a tablecloth? It could be either or. If you put it on a person, it's a shirt. If you put it on a table, it's a fucking tablecloth. It could be either or. Look at the setup. Look at how
you put it on the quartering. It's a fucking jumpsuit. He's gonna jump you in the back alley. Okay, I can't do it, obviously.
scuffed it is, bro. This is so funny, this picture.
What's this right over here?
It immediately makes me go, based. Ring it up, Lauren Southern dub, just giving me this delightful image. So that's, I think, James O'Keefe's like corner, which is like...
Me. Personally, I don't like looking. I'm looking at the video game. Mostly better.
Right? And or somebody affiliated with James O'Keefe, it looks like. I'm not sure.
Or they have like a photo of him.
Jared's coffee table in front of him.
He's probably right.
Look at all the coffee. Look at this coffee.
Like,
all
is
these
he just
coffee samples that
shit
he's
out?
trying to give
No,
out.
he's probably right.
Oh, man.
Oh.
So she says, with a few women, oh, bring it back quick.
Yep.
With a few women I vaguely recognized from the internet, including one of Tim Pool's rotating co-hosts.
Okay.
So this is the thumbnail that Jeremy Hambley put.
Oh, fucking hell. That is pretty bad. I did watch Tim's video on her. It was some bitch made shit, bringing up Trump for allegations in memoir, making that sort of edging sort of comparison.
Put together of the Lauren Southern, Brittany Venti, or the Lauren Southern Andrew Tate situation, rather, where he said that Lauren Southern was completely lying about this situation, that Andrew Tate did nothing wrong.
This is actually disgusting.
I don't even think Tim Pool did that bad. He just put doubt without the evidence, because apparently, I might not go too far.
Said that she never went to the police when she actually did, and he AI'd her as like pregnant with her abuser / child.
You know what's the
This is what Jared
right
did.
now?
Much worse than Tim Pool.
He talks about drinking breast milk.
Right.
And he loves, and he was hitting on that pregnant chick. Remember when he was drunk?
No.
Yeah.
Did he make this for his fetish folder?
I imagine he did, which is sickening, which is twisted stuff.
Oh my God, that's actually crazy.
So she says Jeremy outright claimed first on X before deleting the post. What does that sound like, folks? It's the same thing. He gets drunk, posts all sorts of bullshit, and then deletes it later. That she never went to the police, had zero evidence, and fabricated everything for money. She says every single one of those claims were directly addressed in chapters I released publicly for free. He says that Tommy Robinson said that she lied, and she responded to Tommy point by point. Then there was Tate, whose response was essentially she's lying. But despite threatening legal action repeatedly, he still hasn't managed to send something as simple as a cease and desist.
Oh, yeah, in the Tim Pool video, he's like, oh, she's phrasing it this way in this article. So Tate can't sue her. Tate fucking talks about suing a lot of people. You can find people being like, yeah, Tate, come on, sue me, Tate. And there actually, I think, might be a case of him suing someone, but yeah, odd.
But Jeremy won't mention any of that. And so she was considering going up to Jer on live stream and sitting down and felting him. So,
that would have been so good.
By the way,
that would have been the greatest day.
And I think this is why Tim did not want to fucking have. I'm surprised he even let some of his staff fucking interview him for his IRL channel. Although, of course, his dipshit audience just... I showed off some of the comments. If I didn't, go take a look at the video. The IRL, look at some of the comments. Yeah, they're no ones, okay? Maybe even botted accounts, audit accounts, comments, but shit. Stupid people. And there's a lot of them. And there's a lot of people who are play dumb, edging.
Imagine if we were doing that AmFest coverage and Lauren Southern just sat down and started reading Jared the fucking Riot Act, and we're going to read about how she confronted him at the after party. But she says here that he spent the rest of the segment whining that I declined his very generous...
And Tim Pool avoided that shit. Okay. He was afraid of Lauren Southern pulling this shit on him.
Job off.
Maybe he really was busy. He is an excuse. Candace gives everyone out. Fucking Nick Fuentes has a better take than fucking Candace at this point with the Charlie Kirk stuff. It's fucking insane. And there's a whole bunch of people edging. Read the description if you want to know what I'm talking about with that. The various accounts. Redheaded libertarian. I got a flavor to that. There's a few other people who edge a little bit harder. Ian Carroll, of course he's going full retard with this shit. It's like, wow. Edge and Max.
For the record, it was $200 a week, which you can make part-time for minimum wage and not have to wipe the ass of a poop pants cuckold, okay? And then he called her a dumb whore. So as she walked past his booth, she could feel herself staring holes through him while he rambled to his live stream audience, confidently wrong about something as usual, I'm sure. Just so petty, so cunty. And then she says, for a brief moment, I seriously considered walking directly into frame, pulling up a chair beside him with a giant grin on my face and making him explain the details of a case he had confidently monetized without apparently spending even 4 consecutive minutes researching. Ooh. She grumbled and thought better about it. And she says, is it actually healthy to let people lie about you to massive audiences without consequence? Okay. So if we continue on, sitting with members of his team alongside a few old friends I recognized from Timcast was Jeremy Hambly. And the part of me wondering whether I was about to...
Again, the whole debate with Andrew Wilson, I think that was bait. Excuse to call out Tim. Get a focus on them. Because anyone knows these debate shit, sometimes they can be productive, but mostly it's never really about the debate. It's about the meta shit around the debate.
To make a spectacle of myself suddenly died. There weren't even cameras rolling. Could it really be that bad? The mischievous little imp inside of me slowly began curling the corners of my mouth upward as I made a beeline for his table. I grabbed a chair from a nearby high top, dragged it across the floor, and slid directly across from Jeremy with a grin. Well, look who it is.
Oh, you know Jer squeezed out a single can shit like...
I have to wonder if this happened. Again, this sounds great. I'm sure she did something like this. So again, I'd love to see her and Tim pull together and see if it would play out something like this. Just something, it would make great content. Lauren, fucking Tim is...
Little squirt. He squirted.
Oh, man.
He squirted his ass. It was shit. It's 100% shit came out of his ass.
Jeremy looked like he'd just seen a ghost. He physically tried looking away from me. So, I said, still smiling, why'd you make that video about me? What video? You know, the one where you AI edited me pregnant with Andrew Tate's child. Oh, he shrugged awkwardly. That's just the business. You get it.
Wait, you can...
That's just the business.
You know,
No, not really. I actually don't. Why did you lie and tell your audience I never went to the hospital or the police? Well, he stammered. I don't know the case that well. It's incomplete. She blinked at him. Then why did you make a video about it? The table had gone almost completely silent at this point.
Oh my God.
Oh man, Jared just getting felted by. You think he'll respond to this one? You think he'll say a word about this one, buddy? I hope that this is true, bro. I did go to the police. I did go to the hospital, and I'm literally testifying in multiple cases. Really? He muttered. I didn't know that. Oh, well, it wasn't really about that. Anyways, I heard you were talking shit about me in some group chat. And then she laughed in his face. So Jer's motivation for this shit, as always, is not what's actually true, what's actually going on in the world. It's to settle petty beefs, and that's what he admits. Because Lauren Southern was talking shit about him in a group chat, he decided to say a bunch of shit about her that he didn't know.
Or he was using it as a cope. Very possible there. That is the rumor. I'm sure there's plenty out there.
If it was true or not, in order to fucking smear her. It's very reminiscent of many other situations with Jeremy in the past. And I tend to believe that he did this. So then she goes, wait, you made a video lying about a human trafficking case, called me a whore, and edited me pregnant because you heard I said something mean about you in a group chat? Yeah, he said defensively. I don't like being betrayed. So then Lauren goes, well, show me the message from the group chat. At this point, the entire table was frozen in awkward silence while she leaned forward, pressing it. Melanie Mack was there. And will Melanie Mack speak on this as to whether or not this happened or not, since she was there? Do you know? Well, we could have found out if Chrissy Mayer would actually ask her hard questions.
Ash, what would Jesus say about someone defending someone who was lying about a story? What would Jesus say about that?
I wonder what Jesus would say about all of that, you know?
WW.
So Jeremy sat fumbling with his phone while his co-host Melanie Mack stared at him from the side with the expression of someone watching a slow motion car accident. We've seen that.
Did they just add in Melanie Mack? It was that? Oh, no. It is in there. I actually read this myself.
Facial expression from both her and Hannah Claire many, many times during our coverage on this show. He scrolled for what felt like several full minutes before finally sighing that signature Jer sigh. I don't know. I can't find it. Anyways, when the case is done, I'll make an apology video, okay?
Hey guys, I had to lie about a case because
for those who don't know, that's his signal and retard alert.
That'll never happen, will it? That day will never come where he admits that he lied about that because of a personal petty grievance. And Lauren goes, yeah, sure, buddy. There's a Canadian coming through. Yeah, sure, bud. Why is it always Canadians felting Jer, by the way? I said, we'll see if that ever happens. I will, he insisted. I mean it. I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Just something off of the top of my head. Supposedly, Lauren, I forget who actually said this, but someone tried to claim that Lauren slept with Destiny, which apparently is true. Probably true. Definitely a relationship, probably fucked many, many times. But then Andy Worski. And Andy was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck made up this shit now?
Believe him then, and I definitely don't believe him now. And then she says, as of last week, the case has already been pushed back another year due to police opening a new investigation involving additional evidence. So that was the situation with her and Jeremy Hambly. I think there's a little bit more here. Okay, this is good shit. From what I can gather, he's currently facing backlash after feuding with channels like Kino Casino. The central controversy seems to be that Kino Casino heavily mocked and criticized him, after which Jeremy allegedly began threatening to go scorched earth while attempting to report, flag, or demonetize their channels, which naturally many people found deeply ironic because criticizing, mocking, targeting, and publicly humiliating other internet personalities has quite literally been the business model Jeremy built his career around for years. Holy brutal felt from Lauren Southern. Okay, now
why Tim Pool is all about slipping in the gaze. Give Tim Pool some credit. Okay. His video was not as bad. Didn't bring up the Andrew Tate. Maybe he's preparing to walk it back. Who the fuck knows? Still bitch move.
Next slide.
Okay.
Kino Casino was founded in part by Andy Worski. We haven't hung out properly in a long while, but when we were younger, we used to go out in Toronto to grab brunch or hit the town. I vividly remember EDM clubbing with Andy and his girlfriend during the peak of his blood sports era, a genre he largely founded in the early online days. I also recently learned from Ian Miles Chong that apparently Andy and I had a sexual relationship. News to me. Though to Andy's credit, and unlike
they bring that up, they brought that up. Ian Miles Chung, foreign national, fucking total grifter, lying asshole. I don't know why anyone respects him.
Like many men online who...
That's like one of the provable grifters in the scene.
Happily let that kind of rumor circulate indefinitely. He immediately tweeted at Ian asking what the hell he was talking about, which honestly made me laugh. Anyways, the whole thing feels surreal sometimes. She has all these bizarre interpersonal connections to people, and then you see them in real life, and they're just people. Sad, pathetic people.
Yeah, no, that's the truth.
Bring it up, Andy Dub. Bring it up.
There we go.
It's good to see it. Listen, say what you want about Lauren Southern. I still think it's fucking jokes that she came out against Hambly and fucking nuked him like this today. And I'll tell you why.
Amazing,
because I know when a woman goes after him like this, it makes him seethe so badly inside.
He gets way more angry if it's a woman, for sure, right?
Yes, exactly. And the thing is, he can't say shit right now. He has to sit there and take this shit, and so he's just stewing. He's just seething about it. For God knows how long he's going to be malding and boiling about it. And then when Miller time hits, he's going to lash out and crash out and go fucking ape shit about all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this, and I hope that Sydney Watson and Lauren Southern coming forward is just the tip of the iceberg on women coming forward and holding Hambly accountable, because of course we believe women.
No, we do.
Listen.
Oh God. It's more about Andrew Tate, but I respect the game.
Of course.
We listen and believe. When a woman talks, folks.
I wonder if people are going to be like, oh, he's doing the Me Too thing. No. Funny. Some people don't get sarcasm. Like, do better. Jesus Christ.
We listen.
Okay, hang
and
on.
we believe.
So here's the thing is, I know you're saying that sarcastically, but
yes,
when it comes to Hambly, I actually do believe all women. Because he is...
Okay, that's great. He points out, yeah, we're doing this sarcastically. Base.
Yes, I do. No, because it's actually true. No, because it's actually true. They could come up with anything, and I would fucking believe it. You know what I mean?
More. I've put in a very.
Okay, this might be it for me. I might be out. Who knows how long I streamed. Test run for this. I'll fucking do better. Might do better. Okay. I had to. That's what the playlist is called. I'm sure there's more shit in here. I don't know if this is going to pop up. Probably. Oh, yeah. You're going to see it on my mini screen. Let's see. What else do I got? I have a whole bunch of shit. I got that. Saw enough of that. There's tons of fucking shit out there. But, you know what? The point of this is it'd be really funny to see Tim Pool and Lauren Southern have a sit down. Not for a debate, because debates are gay. She has actually evidence, and he definitely was a dipshit. Okay. And who knows how much of her memoirs and what she's saying is true. It's true. She's a fucking train wreck. And I don't think she's completely honest in everything she's do. Because in the political scene, that's not what they do. That's not how you get stuff out. You need to make allyship. It's not something I fucking like to do. I'm more independent and I don't care about being a dipshit doing a shitty ass stream like this. This is what I need to do better with. Okay. Just doing my thing. If people want to come on, argue with me, great. Okay. But I need to be prepared just to have, if I decide to do streams, not that I do them too often, I do need to fucking do better. But there's gay, autistic debate, which is fine sometimes. I got what I wanted out of the last one I was in. It's sort of funny. Let me not digress too much. The one before, much more autistic and gay, and fuck it, I'm done. Good practice run. Maybe I'll have a better stream. Maybe I'll never stream again. Who the fuck knows? Has to be something worth putting together sometime to do this sort of shit. Till then, peace out.